The Vanishing. The shadows stretched across the streets of Oakwood Springs, creating an unsettling atmosphere that engulfed the small town. Ever since the first rumors of a serial killer began to spread, fear had seeped into the minds of the residents, tinting the summer's warm air with a constant sense of impending danger. Whispers, a web of conflicting information, circulated among the townspeople. Some claimed to have seen a mysterious figure, shrouded in darkness, wandering the streets at night. Others reported hearing screams echoing along the river that snaked through the town. Paranoia set in, and people locked their doors at night, praying that the evil haunting Oakwood Springs would pass unnoticed. Amidst this suspense-laden atmosphere, one figure stood out. Detective Emily Harris, a seasoned investigator, was known for her cunning and determination in unraveling the most intricate mysteries. She had recently arrived in Oakwood Springs, drawn by the disturbing reports and determined to confront the killer tormenting the town. As Emily reviewed past cases and collected evidence, she discovered an intriguing connection among the victims. They all had a peculiar mark, a small clover tattooed on their left wrists. This revelation added a new dimension to the mystery and intensified her resolve to find the person responsible for the murders. Emily delved headlong into Oakwood Springs' underworld, interviewing residents, investigating past stories, and meticulously analyzing every detail of the crimes. She knew that to solve this enigma, she would need to understand the soul of the town, unearth its darkest secrets, and delve into the mind of the killer. While Emily persisted in her quest for the truth, she encountered an unlikely witness. Lily Evans, a reclusive young woman living in a secluded house outside the town center, had witnessed something on the night of one of the murders. With her fragile appearance and fearful demeanor, Lily hesitated to share her story, fearing reprisal from the unknown killer. However, Emily's determination and promise of protection encouraged Lily to reveal what she knew. Lily described a horrifying scene, a shadowy figure, cloaked in darkness, silently observing the victim before vanishing into the shadows. This chilling revelation corroborated with the accounts of other townspeople and reinforced Emily's suspicion that there was a clear pattern behind the crimes. With the new witness, Emily had a crucial piece to advance the investigation. With the determination to uncover the truth and put an end to the reign of terror plaguing Oakwood Springs, the detective assembled a dedicated team of local investigators and embarked on a relentless search for answers. Kate Martin walked through the streets of Oakwood Springs, with her attentive eyes and steady steps. The 27-year-old investigative journalist was known for her ability to uncover the truth behind the darkest secrets. Her name was associated with several bold reports that exposed injustices and powerful individuals. However, her desire to seek the truth came at a personal cost. As she delved deeper into the investigation of the serial killings haunting Oakwood Springs, Kate also faced a complicated relationship with her ex-boyfriend, Adam Turner, a local police detective. The end of their relationship had left deep scars on both of them, but fate brought them together again in this dangerous quest for the truth. Kate was determined to uncover the connection between the murders and expose the truth to the public. She believed that by revealing the killer's identity, she could bring relief to the terrified town and prove her own competence as an investigative journalist. While meticulously researching previous cases and analyzing the available evidence, Kate noticed an intriguing pattern: all the victims had been mentioned in recent reports. This led her to question if the murders were somehow related to her own work. Was it a coincidence, or was something more sinister at play? As Kate delved deeper into her investigation, her path crossed with Detective Emily Harris, who was leading the hunt for the serial killer. Initially, tension between the two was palpable, as their professions often clashed. However, as they shared information and became involved in shocking discoveries, they realized they had a common goal: to find the truth and bring justice to Oakwood Springs. The collaboration between Kate and Emily was an explosive mix of competition and mutual respect. While the journalist sought answers for her articles and reports, the detective sought concrete evidence to solve the case. Together, they formed an unlikely alliance, sharing information and facing the dangers that arose in their path. However, Kate's complicated relationship with Adam brought additional tension to the investigation. His presence stirred conflicting feelings in her heart, while emotional scars from the past continued to haunt her. They found themselves at a crossroads, where the desire to work together for justice clashed with the unhealed wounds of their broken relationship. As Kate grappled with her personal emotions, she drew closer and closer to the dark truth that surrounded Oakwood Springs. The town held deep secrets, and her investigation led her through a labyrinth of lies, corruption, and betrayals. With Emily Harris assembling her team and advancing the investigation with the new witness, Lily Evans, Kate's entry brings a fresh perspective and renewed energy to unravel the mysteries of Oakwood Springs. Sitting at her desk, Kate Martin was immersed in a mountain of files and newspaper clippings. Her relentless determination drove her to uncover patterns and connections that the local police had overlooked. As she delved deeper into the investigation, a sense of urgency compelled her to unveil the hidden truth behind the horrors that plagued Oakwood Springs. Nights turned into days, and puzzle pieces came together before Kate's watchful eyes. The murders, once seen as isolated events, now revealed themselves as a disturbing pattern. All the victims were young women, with strong and promising personalities. They shared a subtle bond, a connection that unfolded through the yellowed pages of newspapers and the photos of crime scenes. With a hint of excitement and a dose of fear, Kate realized that the answer lay rooted in Oakwood Springs' past. She dug deep into the town's history, scouring dusty archives and conversing with longtime residents. The truth began to emerge slowly, unraveling a web of long-buried secrets and resentments. The seemingly tranquil small town concealed a dark history. There was an underground organization operating in the shadows, with connections reaching into the highest echelons of the local society. This organization chose its victims as a silent warning to those who dared to defy it. As Kate approached the truth, the danger escalated. She knew she had to be careful, as those who wished to keep the secrets buried would hesitate to eliminate any obstacle in their path. The journalist understood the risk she was taking, but her determination to expose the truth surpassed any fear. In this whirlwind of discoveries and imminent dangers, Kate realized she needed reliable allies. She reached out to Adam Turner, her ex-boyfriend and a detective in the local police force, seeking information and support. Though their relationship was complicated, Kate knew they shared a common goal: to end the wave of terror consuming the town. Together, Kate and Adam became a formidable force, working side by side to unmask the organization behind the serial killings. With each new revelation, they inched closer to the dark and dangerous truth that could expose not only the criminals but also the secrets that had haunted Oakwood Springs for decades. Due to Emily Harris recently arriving in town, based on the facts, Kate chose not to reveal everything she had discovered about the case, fearing that the corruption she had uncovered involved the detective. But lacking evidence to support her theory, she preferred not to make any hasty decisions. On that stormy night, as Kate followed a promising lead, fear and unease accompanied her. Each step took her deeper into a dark and abandoned alleyway, where the echo of thunder seemed to heighten the tension in the air. The somber and oppressive environment appeared to conspire against her, while shadows danced around her. As Kate is pursued by the serial killer, every shadow conceals an imminent threat. Her sharpened senses and tireless determination help her stay one step ahead of the relentless pursuer. She knows that the slightest distraction could cost her her life. Kate seeks refuge in dark and unfamiliar places, always on the move, never allowing the sense of safety to settle. She relies on her journalistic training and cunning to uncover clues and find temporary shelters. With each passing moment, adrenaline courses through her veins, driving her to push her limits and stay ahead of the killer. As the chase unfolds, Kate uncovers disturbing secrets that reveal a conspiracy much larger than she could have ever imagined. Powerful figures in the town are involved in the serial killings, and the plot extends to all levels of society. Corruption, hidden interests, and manipulation emerge as key pieces in this deadly game. Determined to expose the truth, Kate becomes a threat to those responsible for the wave of violence plaguing Oakwood Springs. They realize she is getting closer to unmasking their identities and exposing their crimes. As a result, the obstacles she faces multiply, with attempts at intimidation and direct threats. However, Kate remains undeterred. She becomes even more resilient, fueled by a thirst for justice and the desire to end the pursuit and terror gripping her community. Determination burns in her eyes as she fights to survive and unravel the final enigma that will lead to the capture of the killer. In a deadly game of cat and mouse, the serial killer seemed to relish the sense of power he held over Kate, toying with her before finally revealing his motivations. Meanwhile, Emily and her team continued their own investigation, following leads that led to the clandestine organization behind the serial murders. They were getting closer and closer to uncovering the truth and exposing those responsible for the heinous crimes terrorizing Oakwood Springs. Suddenly, like a figure emerging from the darkest nightmares, the serial killer emerged from the shadows. His sinister presence sent shivers down Kate's spine, and her heart raced in her chest. Under a grotesque mask, the killer's cold eyes stared at her with palpable cruelty. Kate knew that this moment was crucial, the culmination of her search for the truth. She locked eyes with the killer, her courage fueled by determination and the thirst for justice. Tense silence hung in the air as the two studied each other, each aware of the danger they posed to one another. The confrontation between the journalist and the killer was a battle of intellect and wills. Kate stood face to face with the man responsible for the gruesome murders haunting Oakwood Springs. Their eyes locked in a psychological showdown, each seeking an advantage over the other. But Kate also knew that her own life was at stake, so with determination in her next move, she urgently alerted Adam about her dire situation. She was face to face with evil personified, an unrelenting force determined to silence her and protect the dark secrets Oakwood Springs held. Adrenaline coursed through her veins as she prepared for the imminent clash. As Kate faced the killer head-on, Adam raced against time to reach her side. He knew he couldn't lose the woman he still loved to the madness of this ruthless killer. With renewed determination, he stealthily approached, ready to intervene and protect Kate at any cost. As tension mounted and fates intertwined, an exhilarating battle unfolded. Kate fought with all her might to survive and unmask the killer, while Emily and her team drew closer to the truth that would shake Oakwood Springs to its core. In a moment of pure tension, the silence was shattered by the sound of approaching footsteps. Adam Turner, the ex-boyfriend and detective, appeared in the alley, bringing reinforcements with him. Adam's unexpected arrival shifted the balance of power, providing Kate with a crucial opportunity to escape the clutches of the killer. A frantic battle ensued in the dark alley as Kate and Adam fought against the killer. Torrential rain and lightning illuminated the scene, revealing glimpses of the determined faces involved in this fight for survival and justice. In the dim and abandoned location where the final showdown took place, Kate faced the killer in a battle that could determine the fate of Oakwood Springs. Every move was calculated, every word spoken laden with meaning. Tension hung in the air, fueled by Kate's determination to ensure that justice prevailed. As they clashed, the killer attempted to unsettle Kate with sharp words and brutal actions. But she remained steadfast, drawing upon her courage and wit to gain the upper hand. Each revelation pieced together the puzzles, exposing a web of disturbing secrets that implicated not only the killer but also powerful figures in the town. In an exciting climax, the truth came to light. The dark motivations of the serial killer were revealed, as well as the extent of their influence and corruption. Armed with the evidence she had gathered throughout her investigation, Kate exposed all the pieces of the puzzle, leaving the killer with no way out. In a life-or-death struggle, Adam utilized his intelligence and skills to overcome the killer's lethal abilities. Every move was a dangerous dance, with survival and justice hanging by a thread. In a moment of cunning, Adam seized a distraction and launched himself at the killer, disarming and bringing him down to the ground. One of Adam's partners immediately moved in to handcuff him, putting an end to his reign of terror. The figure of the serial killer revealed their true identity: Jonathan Blackwood, an influential local businessman who had used his position of power to cover up his crimes. The revelation shook Kate, who could never have imagined that the perpetrator of the murders was so close. Almost within her own working environment, this explained why he was always one step ahead of the investigation. The city of Oakwood Springs could finally breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that the serial killer had been captured. The hard work and dedication of Kate, Emily, Adam, and the entire team had finally brought about the long-awaited justice. After the terrifying encounter with the killer, Kate faces a crossroads. She could have chosen to abandon the search for truth and distance herself from the dangers that surrounded her. However, driven by her unwavering courage and relentless determination, she decides to press on. Kate knows she cannot ignore the horrors that have plagued Oakwood Springs and the lives that have been taken. She commits to facing her own fears and uncovering the truth behind the serial murders. With renewed determination, Kate delves deeper into her investigation. She seeks obscure clues, sifts through old files, and engages in interviews with key individuals in the town. With each revelation, a new layer of the mystery is unveiled, and the complexity of the criminal organization becomes even more intricate. As Kate unravels the web of conspiracies, buried secrets, and hidden interests, she realizes she is dealing with powerful and dangerous forces. Oakwood Springs holds more secrets than she could have ever imagined. The seemingly tranquil town conceals a labyrinth of corruption and violence, fueled by an underground organization that extends beyond its borders. Kate faces numerous obstacles on her journey. With every step, she encounters people who try to dissuade her, veiled threats, and false leads. But her determination only grows stronger. She is willing to risk everything to bring justice to the victims and expose the identities of the high-ranking individuals behind the serial killer. As she delves deeper into the mystery, Kate uncovers unexpected connections and surprising revelations. She unearths secrets buried for decades, exposing the rot hidden beneath the respectable facades of the town. The discoveries lead her to confront influential and powerful individuals, challenging the power structure that protects the guilty. In the midst of a race against time and a web of intrigue, Kate finds unlikely allies. Brave individuals join her, sharing crucial information and offering emotional support. Together, they form a determined force to expose the truth and bring justice to the tormented city. Having reached a point of advancement in her investigations, the detective finds herself frustrated in front of Kate for not having directly participated in the arrest of the killer and for being isolated from the slightest details of Kate's investigation, which truly makes her question her own ability. However, the journalist reconsiders her decision to remove Emily from her safe contacts, as the level of discoveries about the case was more than enough to prove the investigator's innocence. Emily finally understands why she wasn't informed about Kate's findings, and listening to reason, they decide to join forces again. With Emily's entire investigation team promptly assembled and joined by Kate and Adam, all the pieces of the massive puzzle begin to fit together. By cross-referencing the information acquired by each investigation group, almost like magic, all the remaining gaps start to make sense, thus revealing the entire scheme of the clandestine organization, from its inception to the present moment. With so many details revealed, it was possible to conclude the operation for which the entire team of uncorrupted police officers, investigators, and detectives had dedicated so much time, starting from a period deeply rooted in the origins of Oakwood Springs. It resulted in the largest operation ever conducted, delivering justice and sending hundreds of influential individuals, both within and beyond the borders of Oakwood Springs, to prison. In the end, Kate emerges victorious, but not without cost. She faced her own fears and challenges, putting her life at risk to ensure that the truth prevailed. With the killer captured and the revelations exposed, the city breathes a sigh of relief, knowing that the darkness that plagued it has finally come to an end. But Kate's journey is far from over. She carries with her the physical and emotional scars of this experience, but also the knowledge that her courage and determination made a difference. She has become a true hero, a defender of truth and justice. As the story unfolds, Kate is celebrated for her courage and dedication. She becomes a symbol of hope for Oakwood Springs and a reminder that evil can be overcome when one has determination and bravery. And thus, with the resolution of this sinister mystery, the residents of Oakwood Springs can begin to rebuild their lives and find the peace they so desperately seek. With the mystery of the serial killings solved, the city of Oakwood Springs finally finds a well-deserved relief. The wounds caused by fear and uncertainty begin to slowly heal. Kate is recognized as a true hero, having played a crucial role in the quest for truth and the capture of the killer. As Oakwood Springs recovers, Kate reflects on her tumultuous journey. She thinks about the lives that were lost and the people affected by these horrendous crimes. A sense of gratitude and accomplishment fills her heart, but there is also a sense of sorrow for the victims and their families, who had to bear the weight of the tragedy. In the midst of this healing process, Kate makes an important decision. She confronts her ex-boyfriend, the detective with whom she had a complicated relationship. Kate realizes that, although they shared a past, it is time to move on and focus on her own growth. She definitively ends the relationship, making room for a new beginning. Emerging from this traumatic experience, Kate discovers herself stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever. She realizes that her calling as an investigative journalist is more than just a profession, it is a mission to bring the truth to light and seek justice. She is ready to face new challenges on her path, knowing that her skills and courage will carry her forward. As the city recovers, Kate begins to write a series of articles about her investigation and the developments of the case. Her work receives great attention and recognition, not only in Oakwood Springs but also in other communities that are inspired by her determination and strength. The story reaches a satisfying conclusion, with all the puzzles solved and justice restored. However, Kate's life is far from tranquil. She is prepared to face future challenges, new mysteries, and seek the truth wherever it may be hidden. The journey of the fearless investigative journalist continues, with the certainty that her commitment to expose the truth and seek justice will remain unwavering. And so, Kate Martin concludes an important chapter of her life, ready to begin a new phase filled with adventures, discoveries, and exciting challenges. Her name will echo in Oakwood Springs as a symbol of courage and perseverance, as she embarks on new stories, always in search of the truth. Several months have passed since the resolution of the serial killings in Oakwood Springs. The city is slowly recovering from the trauma that plagued it, and signs of renewal are visible in every corner. Once fearful streets are now filled with life and hope. Kate Martin, the fearless investigative journalist, continues her tireless work. Her reputation as a mystery solver has grown exponentially, and she is now a recognized and respected figure in the community. Her well-written articles and deep investigations continue to inspire people in Oakwood Springs and beyond. Although the journey has been challenging, Kate has found a new balance in her life. She has overcome personal challenges that haunted her, leaving behind the remnants of a complicated relationship. Kate has learned to trust herself and her abilities, finding strength in her past experiences. Her work as an investigative journalist continues to uncover important stories and bring justice to those in need. Kate has become a voice for the oppressed and an unwavering advocate for the truth. Her passion for exposing corruption and ensuring that justice prevails remains unshakable. As Oakwood Springs rebuilds, the city embraces its new dawn. Confidence and security are gradually restored as people come together to rebuild the social fabric that was damaged by past tragic events. Smiles return to faces, and the sense of community grows stronger. Amidst this environment of renewal, Kate finds moments of peace and reflection. She remembers the lives lost and the victims who will never be forgotten. Each victory in the pursuit of truth brings a sense of accomplishment but also serves as a reminder that the fight for justice is an ongoing effort. As the sun sets over Oakwood Springs, a new dawn announces itself. The city is ready to embrace a future full of promises and possibilities. And Kate Martin is prepared to face new challenges, mysteries, and journeys in her tireless quest for the truth. The legacy left by Kate is profound. Her courage and determination inspire others to believe in the importance of fighting for what they believe in. Her presence in the city remains as a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that even in the darkest moments, light can be found if we have the courage to seek it. And so, as the epilogue concludes, readers are left with the feeling that, although stories have an end, the journey of life continues. Oakwood Springs has found its redemption, and Kate Martin has found her voice. And somewhere, in a similar town or an undiscovered mystery, a new story awaits to be told. Thank you for watching. What did you think of this story? Please leave your opinion in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video.